Introductory note. The present volume aims to represent, as far as the limits of space allow, the chief dramatists of Spain, France, and Germany. To the plays included here should be added the Faust and Egmont of Goethe, printed in another volume of this series. These 8 works, along with the specimens of the Elizabethan and modern English drama given in the Harvard Classics, indicate the high watermark of dramatic production in modern times, and afford a basis for comparison with the masterpieces of the drama of antiquity as represented in the volume of 9 Greek dramas. Pedro Calderón de la Barca was born in Madrid, January 17, 1600, of good family. He was educated at the Jesuit College in Madrid and at the University of Salamanca, and a doubtful tradition says that he began to write plays at the age of 13. His literary activity was interrupted for 10 years, 1625 to 1635, by military service in Italy and the Low Countries, and again for a year or more in Catalonia. In 1637, he became a Knight of the Order of Santiago, and in 1651 he entered the priesthood, rising to the dignity of Superior of the Brotherhood of San Pedro in Madrid. He held various offices in the court of Philip IV, who rewarded his services with pensions, and had his plays produced with great splendor. He died May 5, 1681. At the time when Calderón began to compose for the stage, the Spanish drama was at its height. Lope de Vega, the most prolific and, with Calderón, the greatest, of Spanish dramatists, was still alive, and by his applause gave encouragement to the beginner whose fame was to rival his own. The national type of drama which Lope had established was maintained in its essential characteristics by Calderón, and he produced abundant specimens of all its varieties. Of regular plays he has left 120. Of autos sacramentals, the peculiar Spanish allegorical development of the medieval mystery, we have 73. Besides a considerable number of farces. The dominant motives in Calderón's dramas are characteristically national. Fervid loyalty to church and king, and a sense of honor heightened almost to the point of the fantastic. Though his plays are laid in a great variety of scenes and ages, the sentiment and the characters remain essentially Spanish, and this intensely local quality has probably lessened the vogue of Calderón in other countries. In the construction and conduct of his plots he showed great skill, yet the ingenuity expended in the management of the story did not restrain the fiery emotion and opulent imagination which mark his finest speeches and give them a lyric quality which some critics regard as his greatest distinction. Of all Calderón's works, Life is a Dream may be regarded as the most universal in its theme. It seeks to teach a lesson that may be learned from the philosophers and religious thinkers of many ages, that the world of our senses is a mere shadow, and that the only reality is to be found in the invisible and eternal. The story which forms its basis is Oriental in origin, and in the form of the legend of Barlaam and Josaphat, was familiar in all the literatures of the Middle Ages. Combined with this in the plot is the tale of Abu Hassan from the Arabian Nights, the main situations in which are turned to farcical purposes in the induction to the Shakespearean Taming of the Shrew. But with Calderón the theme is lifted altogether out of the atmosphere of comedy, and is worked up with poetic sentiment and a touch of mysticism into a symbolic drama of profound and universal philosophical significance.